As you may already know, Royal Caribbean has a loyalty program for their casino called Club Royale. Understanding the ins and outs of this program and how to fully utilize its perks can be quite complex and confusing. However, I am here to provide a clear and simplified explanation of what this casino loyalty program has to offer. Club Royale is designed to reward and recognize frequent casino players on Royal Caribbean cruises. The program consists of varying tiers based on play and includes Choice, Prime, Signature, and Masters. For this video, I'm going to focus primarily on Choice and Prime, since anyone at Signature or above is likely already well versed on the casino loyalty program. How you achieve each tier is based solely on the points accumulated while playing in the casino. For slots, it's very straightforward. For every $5 cycled through the slots, you'll receive 1 point towards your loyalty status. This does not mean for every $5 lost, it means for every $5 played on the slots. If you are playing $5 per spin, then you will be receiving 1 point per spin, regardless of whether you won or lost. For comparison, if you are spending $1 per spin, you will earn 1 point for every 5 spins. For table games, it's a lot more convoluted and varies drastically based on a casino employee rating your play based on the length of play and the average bet sizes. For this reason, when it comes to Royal Caribbean, I tend to play majority slots due to the mathematical simplicity in calculating your points. I've read lots of stories of people playing for fairly significant amounts of money on table games and walking away with what seems like a very low total of points. To place value on the points being earned, you should understand how many points it takes to achieve each of the available tiers. You should also understand that the points accumulate over a year for earning your status and not just on one cruise. This is not a calendar year from January 1st to December 31st, but rather it goes from April 1st to March 31st of the following year. For example, April 1st of 2024 will begin the new year of earning points towards the casino tiers and will end on March 31st, 2025. This will become important when trying to achieve a specific tier in order to take advantage of available rewards and perks. It's also important to know that the status obtained will carry through the next year. For example, if I reach Prime by March 31st, 2024, I will not lose that status the next day when the new year begins. Your status as a Prime member and the perks associated with it will last until March 31st, 2025. Choice is Tier 1 and is for any player that has earned between 1 to 2,499 points over the course of a year. Prime is Tier 2 and is for any player that has earned between 2,500 and 24,999 points over the course of a year. Signature is any player that has earned between 25,000 and 99,999 points over the course of a year. Masters, which is the top tier, is any player that has earned 100,000 points over the course of a year. While it's great to understand what the different tiers are, what everyone really cares about is how much does it cost to earn points and what specific perks are available. As mentioned earlier, I'm going to focus on Choice and Prime. Let's start first with approximately how much it will cost to reach Choice or Prime status and what perks become available. The first one is pretty easy, and that's for Choice. You only need 1 point to be considered Choice, so the absolute most it will cost anyone to achieve this status would be $5. If you did one spin on a slot machine at $5, you would earn your 1 point and be a Choice member. Remember, Choice is for anyone who has earned between 1 and 2,499 points in the year between April 1st and March 31st of the next year. To earn Prime, you will need to earn at least 2,500 points in the year to take advantage of the perks offered with Prime. Calculating how much it will cost to earn points is not an exact science. Sometimes you get lucky on slots and keep getting consistent returns on your money, and other days it seems that your return on investment is extremely low. A relatively common theme I've seen expressed in Club Royale groups is that on average it seems to be close to $1 per point. So to obtain Prime, on average, may cost around $2,500 to achieve. On our last cruise, my wife and I earned 2,739 points, 2,128 for my account, and 611 for hers. To obtain these points, we ended up losing $553, which equates to 4.95 points for every dollar lost. This was a higher than expected return on investment and is not what should be expected. The next logical question, now knowing what the expected cost is to earn points, is what do I get for my points, and why would I be willing to chase the next status, such as Prime, if it's going to cost me $2,500 on average to reach? The short answer is you do not really get a lot of perks for being a choice level player. Looking at the chart indicates choice level players receive exclusive casino offers and access to Club Royale VIP events, which are both vague in what that means. I have personally never attended a Club Royale VIP event. My wife did on our last cruise, and they simply put her name into a drawing for some free play, and that was the extent of the event. If your annual status is choice, you will likely be underwhelmed with what is included. Most likely you will receive periodic offers, usually monthly, for a discount on an upcoming sailing from very limited sailing options. Usually that'll fall around $100 to $200 off, depending on how many points you have earned within the choice level. A player with 5 points is not going to receive the same discount offers as someone with 2,000 points. The next tier, which is Prime, is probably the most sought after tier of the 4. Prime is the first tier where you really start to receive tangible perks. This is the tier that both my wife and I currently have, and the one that we will likely strive to reach in upcoming years as well. The first big difference becoming Prime is that you will receive complimentary alcoholic beverages while in the casino. The wording says, while actively playing in the casino, but in my experience, you can go up to the bar within the casino and order a drink even if you are not playing at the moment. This can add up if you are someone that enjoys a few cocktails. Alcoholic beverages on a Royal Caribbean cruise are typically going to be $14 plus 18% gratuity if you are paying a la carte. Now, this is not really a perk if you are someone that pays for the alcoholic beverage package that includes all drinks throughout the cruise, but some people might be able to choose to not buy the package if they usually only drink while playing in the casino. Being able to bypass purchasing the alcoholic beverage package can save a significant amount of money on a cruise. Looking at an upcoming June cruise we have on Liberty of the Seas, going within the Royal Caribbean app and pricing out what it would cost for my wife and I to purchase the alcoholic beverage package comes out to $861 for that 5-day cruise. Would it be nice to be able to order an alcoholic beverage without paying while laying poolside and not just in the casino? Absolutely. That's a decision each person will have to make for themselves. For us, we are not heavy drinkers, so paying a la carte if we want to drink by the pool or a glass of wine at dinner and then getting free drinks within the casino is a much cheaper option for us than paying $861. The next perk for being a Prime member, and what is the biggest perk, is that each year you earn Prime, you will receive an annual complimentary cruise, usually awarded sometime in April after earning Prime for the previous year. This annual complimentary cruise is where you really can justify potentially spending the money to achieve Prime status. This offer is different than other offers you may receive throughout the year that are limited in nature and is pretty much available for 95% of Royal Caribbean's cruise offerings. This past year, my wife achieved Prime status and I did not. So for this past year, we received one annual complimentary cruise, which we chose to use on Wonder of the Seas. In case you didn't already know, Wonder of the Seas is the world's largest cruise ship and currently the newest cruise ship in the Royal Caribbean fleet. That will soon change with the release of Icon of the Seas, but at least for now it holds that title. This is an absolutely beautiful ship, and we were very happy to be able to use our annual certificate to experience Wonder of the Seas. With that being said, the room type you'll receive for being a Prime member is an interior room, which is not the most desirable room type, but with some effort you could potentially receive an upgraded room at little or no additional cost. Let me explain what I mean with this statement. You will receive a free interior room. If you prefer to be in an ocean view room or a balcony room or even a suite, you can elect to pay the difference from what the interior room price is and what the upgraded room price is. For example, if an interior room price was $1,500 plus $500 for taxes and port fees, then that cruise would cost $2,000 to anyone that wants to book. Using your Prime annual certificate means you would pay $500 because the cruise price is complimentary, but the taxes and port fees are not waived. Let's say on that same cruise you wanted to upgrade to an ocean view balcony, which is our favorite room type, and the price was $4,000 plus $500 for taxes and port fees. You would need to pay $3,000 for that room instead of $4,500. It's the $4,000 minus the $1,500 that was the price for an interior room on that sailing, plus the taxes and fees. The taxes and fees do not change and still need to be paid. Now in this example you can see that you may not want to pay that difference in price, because it seems rather significant and a lot more than you want to pay for what is supposed to be a free cruise. I completely agree, and in this instance would likely keep the interior room booking. But here's where the strategy comes into play. Royal Caribbean, being as large as it is, relies on dynamic pricing on their website. meaning they have built-in algorithms to constantly adjust prices on each cruise for each room type. If the algorithm determines that a cruise is selling out of interior rooms and needs to sell more ocean view balconies, then a decrease in price will occur for the ocean view balconies on a specific sailing. When this occurs, you can call into Royal Caribbean and ask them to price out what it would cost for the ocean view balcony on the sailing you have booked, and if the price at that moment is less than what an interior room price is, you can upgrade to that nicer room without paying any additional money. This is exactly what happened for our cruise on Wonder of the Seas. We booked the cruise in April of 2023 using our annual certificate and booked an interior room. At some point in the year, we noticed that balconies were not much more than interior rooms and decided to pay the difference to switch to a balcony room. Then again, later in the year, the balconies were cheaper or the same price as an interior room. So we again called Royal Caribbean and had them reprice the room a second time and received a refund of the money we had paid up to that point due to the fact that the balcony was as cheap as an interior room. When all was said and done, we paid $458 for a 7-night ocean view balcony room on board Wonder of the Seas in December of 2023. The $458 was for taxes and port fees for my wife, myself, and our son who was 9 years old. Since he was less than 12 years old, he qualified for kids sail free. The regular price for the cruise, if we were not using any casino perks, was $4,360. In this instance, you start to see why Prime Casino tier, if used correctly, can be worth the price of obtaining the tier. In this video, I have touched on the Club Royale tiers for Choice and Prime, the perks associated with each, the number of points required for each status, and how points are earned. There are additional Club Royale benefits that can be obtained on each specific cruise, regardless of your status. You can earn complimentary cruises even as a Choice member. I will break down exactly how that works and what is required to earn those points in Part 2 of Royal Caribbean's Club Royale tier program. I hope this video provided some clarification regarding the casino loyalty program, which can get confusing. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.